Hello, you're listening to Got Clutter, Get Organized. I am your host, Janet M. Taylor, and I want to say hello if you're a regular listener and welcome if you're listening for the very first time. I hope you're having a great start to your week. I am excited because I want to thank you so much because this is my 100th episode on Anchor. I've had episodes before, but this is my 100th episode on Anchor, so yay. And this week, I have a conversation with Dr. Arielle Levitan and Dr. Romy Block, and who will be sharing the importance of taking the right vitamins. And of course, I will be sharing my product suggestion, app suggestion, and repurpose suggestion, as well as my book suggestion for this week. And my question for you this week is, do you take vitamins and supplements? I would love to know. You know, it took a long time for me to really get into a regular routine. And now, because of the vitamins I am taking, I am definitely staying on track. And just a little fact that I found out that the discovery of vitamins was a major scientific achievement in our understanding of health and disease. And in 1912, it was coined vitamins. And of course, that was the major period of discovery, which began in the early 19th century and ended in the mid-20th century, which is why I wanted Dr. Arielle Levitan as well as Dr. Romy Block to join us today. And Dr. Arielle is a board-certified internal medicine physician and the co-founder of Vous Vitamin, LLC. She is the co-author of an award-winning book, The Vitamin Solution to Doctors' Clear Confusion About Vitamins and Your Health, and that was published in November 2015. She attended Stanford University and Northwestern University Feinberg School of Medicine and has served as chief medical resident for the Northwestern University McGaw Medical Center's Evanston Hospital Program and as a clinical instructor for its medical school. Dr. Arielle has a special interest in women's health and preventative medicine and currently practices general internal medicine on the North Shore of Chicago, where she teaches medical students on site. She enjoys cooking, cardio, tennis, running, being a soccer mom sometimes, and spending time with her 3 kids and husband, who is also a doctor of internal medicine. Then there's Dr. Romy Block, and she is a board-certified specialist in endocrine and metabolism medicine, member of the American Thyroid Association, and co-founder of Vous Vitamins, LLC. She is also the co-author of the award-winning book, The Vitamin Solution to Doctors' Clear Confusion About Vitamins and Your Health, published in November 2015. She attended Tufts University and Tel Aviv University's Slacker School of Medicine. She completed residency training in internal medicine at North Shores University Hospital and North Shores LIG and did a fellowship at New York University. Dr. Romy practices on the North Shore of Chicago, where she specializes in thyroid disorders and pituitary diseases. She enjoys travel, food, wine, and working out with a personal trainer and spending time with her husband, who is also a pulmonary and sleep specialist, and their 3 boys. So I want you to take notes. I want you to, of course, visit the website after it's mentioned, but really take in my conversation with Dr. Arielle and Dr. Romy. Hello, listeners. I'm excited because, of course, this is May. It's all about mothers, but of course, it's all about women and our health. And I'm excited because I have 2 doctors and I use their vitamin. I just love it. As you know, you probably heard throughout the years, I've had my own struggles with my health, but this is really like the first time I felt like I had some energy and life just to do all the stuff that I want to do. So I have Dr. Arielle Levitan and Dr. Romy Block, and their vitamin is Vous Vitamin. Of course, at the end, you will have a link to the site, but I'm telling you, it is like, it's just wonderful because I love, and they'll probably tell you about it too, but I'm excited because it's really a vitamin for you. And I think that's what I love about it, because I've had
all kinds of challenges with health. So, ladies, I thank you so much for being here with me.
Thank you so much for having us. We're
Yeah, thank
excited
you.
to be here.
So, the first question is, I wanted to know what made you to decide you really wanted to create this vitamin.
So I can tell you a little bit about our story. So
Okay.
as you mentioned, we're both physicians. I'm a doctor of internal medicine, and Rami is an endocrinologist. We actually met through work, and we became good friends. We had a lot in common, kids that are similar ages. We live in the same neighborhood. We started taking walks together for exercise. And when we would walk, we'd talk about all sorts of things, about our lives, but also about our practices and our patients and things that were coming up in the office. And one thing that we just noticed that kept coming up for both of us, even though we were practicing different specialties in medicine, is that people were so confused about vitamins. And everybody was saying, "Oh, I'm not sure what I should take. My friend told me to take this. My mother told me to take that." And there was just so much confusion about vitamins. And as physicians, we knew that the answer was not the same for everybody. Like we couldn't tell every patient we saw to take the exact same vitamins, because everybody has different needs, based on who they are and their diet and lifestyle and other health factors. So we just realized that there was just this huge need, and people were really confused, needing guidance. And so that caused us to look into the vitamin market a little more, sort of see what was out there, see what we liked, what we didn't like. We also found out quite a bit about the safety of products in the vitamin market, which was concerning to us because there's not a lot of regulation, as it turns out. So we were very concerned about some of the products out there. And also, ultimately, we came up with this concept of the personalized multivitamin, because we realized that, again, not everybody needed the same things. And the best way to get people what they needed was to have them give us certain information about themselves. So we created an online quiz that you take, where you answer all sorts of questions about your diet and your sleep and your lifestyle and your health and different things. And then, based on those answers, which is kind of like the questions we would ask you if we were seeing you in the office for a visit, you then get a multivitamin that has the right nutrients for you in the right amounts. And it's really, a simple, as easy way to address your vitamin needs. And people really like it. So that is our story as to why we started the company.
And again, I love the questionnaire because, well, one, of course, it just really spoke to all the different areas that I know I wasn't, like, I guess, perfect in, with the vitamins and the dairy. And then, of course, at my age, I'm actually menopausal, and it really took all that into consideration. So that's what I really, and I saw such a dramatic difference in my health. It wasn't like it took a long time. It was like, oh wow, I feel this. I feel this good for my body. So you already kind of touched on it. But what are some of the things that you feel that maybe women are doing in addition to the vitamins that we that we really shouldn't be doing? You said we aren't taking the correct vitamins, and that's because we really are just taking something that's off the shelf, mass produced. But are there any other things that women are doing in regards to their health that maybe we should be looking into?
That's a great question. And I definitely feel that women do it all. They do not focus on taking care of themselves. They take care of everyone else in their world, from their kids to their parents to their job. And that the first thing I would say is that every day, try and find something that you can focus on to take care of you. Because if you're not healthy and you're not at doing your best, you can't help all those other people. So, kind of like putting on your own oxygen mask first. Um, and the biggest place where women cut the corners is probably sleep. That we go to bed late, we, start doing lists and things in our head when you're in bed. We wake up early and start it all over again to have the peace and quiet. And that you really do need the sleep. And if you get 7 to 8 hours for most people of sleep, It will help them go into that deep sleep to feel rested, help their immune systems, and also help regulate the hormones that keep your weight in track. So it's so much more important from a large perspective than we realize is making sure that we get enough sleep. So if you're going to focus on one area, I think that that's probably the biggest high yield. You can't do everything and you can't do it all at once. But if you could, again, inch into slightly longer rested sleep, that would be, a great place in addition to your multivitamin, to your personalized blend, a great place to start.
Well, Rami, I think that you must have been peeping into my bedroom because everything you talked about, at least over the past few days, it's like the sleep, the list in my head. I always get up early. It's like, okay, she's reading my mind. But, like you said, women, we try to do it all. And I'm learning in my own life, even as a single person, that I can't do it all. And I think that's why I really decided that when I saw the vitamins that you offered, that I decided, what, it's time for me to invest in myself because I felt like if I didn't invest in myself now, that I'm going to pay the price later. So I truly, truly agree with you in regards to that. So you mentioned sleep. And taking care of yourself. Are there any other areas that maybe women need to just kind of think about? Especially now, it's it's either Mother's Day. I call it Mother's Month, May. But just in a whole, are there any other things that you feel that we should be thinking about?
Well, I think, especially right now, given the pandemic and sort of where the world's at, and people are starting to get back to some semblance of normal, and hopefully people are getting vaccinated and things of that nature. I think a lot of people have overlooked a lot of aspects of their health over the last year. I mean, obviously there was good reason to be, avoiding going to doctors and staying home and, trying to minimize going out at various points. But I think, unfortunately, what we've seen is a lot of people have neglected, routine aspects of their health care, like mammograms, colonoscopies, things of that nature. And it's really important to get back on track with all of those things because, unfortunately, those issues, they don't wait for the pandemic. And there is also a lot of or there are a lot of delays in terms of scheduling and things now that more people are getting back to doing routine healthcare type things. So I would just encourage everyone who's listening to, take that step, make that appointment that you have been meaning to make. It's time. And, and along with that, I think it's time that we all focus on our health in a different way. We're getting back to some semblance of normal. And with that, it's a great time to focus on your habits, and that can be exercise as well. Doesn't have to be going to the gym if you're, not up for that. That's fine. It can be walking with a friend, it's easy to do stuff like that. And with that can also be starting a new vitamin routine because there's no time like the present.
And ladies, and that's right. I'm a walker, so my goal is to work my way back up to walking at least 20,000 steps. I'm there. I'm almost there, up to 10,000. So, and the vitamins help a lot. So, the one question I wanted to ask both of you is, what do you do to maintain your healthy lifestyle? Because both of you, of course, are physicians, but your wives, your mothers, and so what are some of the things that you do that just to give to yourself in regards to a healthy lifestyle?
Well, it's challenging. We're not going to say that we're perfect, but we try. We do. I'll speak for myself. I do try to exercise as much as I can, whether it's walking. I also like to play tennis. And I try to eat as healthily as I can. I can't say that always happens, but I do like to cook myself. So when I cook, I try to make it on the healthy side. Not again, I will never say that I'm perfect in these regards, but as we like to say, don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. We do the best we can, and of course, I take my vitamins.
Yep, I would agree. I think Arielle is more disciplined than I am, and has healthy cooking and exercise like really in her daily routine. I would say, like most people, COVID knocked my socks off a little bit. And at the beginning, it was, so stressful to balance everything that I was ordering in food and having Zoom cocktails and, not focusing on my health, focusing on just shutting everything down. And that then I paid a price for that, where I gained those, COVID-19 or the quarantine 15, which I think is so common for me and my patients. So what I'm trying to focus on is like a small thing every day, and that, being healthy is not an accident. It does actually take some planning. So now if I think about on the weekend, like more meal planning for my family for the week, then if there's a day or two that doesn't go right, it's okay. Maybe I had the meal, or I'm able to order in for the night that just didn't go as well as I thought it would. But if I plan and do nothing, then I'm ordering in pizza and cereal like every night. So that's one thing, is I'm doing more proactive like meal planning ahead of time, as well as since the gyms are closed, and with Chicago winters, there was not a ton of walking outside with the weather, is that I've brought in some exercise equipment into my home. I have a stationary bike. It's in front of my television set. So if I'm watching the news at night, or just a silly show or something, I've got 20 minutes. I've got 30 minutes that I can sit on the bike or the treadmill and just do it. And I don't have to get dressed up, and no one's seeing me or judging me. And I'm just, I'm in sweats that don't fit, watching the news like I would anyway, and just trying to make it happen for myself. And I think it's changed also then how I talk to my patients when they come to the office, because these are sometimes questions I didn't ask before. So I'll ask, like, winter's coming, what are you going to do when it gets cold and you can't walk outside anymore? I want you to think about how you could incorporate some exercise at home, whether it's YouTube videos or, ordering a piece of equipment or buying something off eBay. But like being aware of the question and have the conversation. Plus, of course, taking my own personalized multivitamin blend from Vous Vitamin, so that I kind of stay on top of everything. But I think it doesn't happen by accident, and we need to keep revisiting it, even when you kind of fall off the wagon, like I did with the COVID-19. You have to keep revisiting it.
And Dr. Rami, I fell off the wagon too, because like you, when it first happened, I made sure I had all of my favorite snacks in the house. Of course, now, I mean, I'm paying the price, but that's okay because it's springtime and I have got the vitamins. I mean, the vitamins really made me excited about taking control of my health again, because when I started reading all the different questions in the questionnaire, it's like, oh yeah, I need help there and I need help there. And I no longer felt overwhelmed, because they tell us we're supposed to eat this and supposed to do that, but it's like, okay, I'm at least doing the vitamins, I'm disciplining myself, I'm making the investment in myself. So now I feel like I can just move into other areas as well.
Yeah,
And
I was going to say that's something we hear from a lot of people, and we can never promise you that just taking vitamins is enough to solve all your problems, or make you the healthiest person you could possibly be. There's obviously a lot more to a healthy lifestyle, but we do think that taking a vitamin like vitamin is it's an easy way to do something for yourself every day that you can have the confidence is doing the right things for your body, and hopefully it's going to you're going to feel better, not necessarily day one, but like within time. Usually within a few months, people do tell us they feel better taking it. And so that in itself should allow you maybe a little more energy, maybe a little more, enthusiasm to then put towards planning other healthier habits, whether it's exercise or meal planning, and maybe getting the right nutrients through your vitamins cuts back on some of the craving that you might be having for bad, foods that aren't so good for you, because your body feels more satisfied.
and
So, yeah. That's
And I
great.
agree, because for me, one of my issues was always at a certain time in the evening. It was like I felt like I just needed to go to bed and go to sleep, but now I have that little bit of more energy, so then I can, converse with friends, go for a walk, or maybe do something. So that's what I really love about it. So, of course, Dr. Arielle and Dr. Rami, it has been a pleasure talking to you. So how can people get the VU vitamins?
Oh, it's really easy. You can go to our website, which is vouvitamin.com, VOUS vitamin.com, and you can take your vitamin quiz, which only takes like 7 or 8 minutes to tell us about yourself. And at the end, you'll get information about your personalized daily vitamin and how we can send it directly to you. And it's really very simple. And we hope you love our products as much as others have.
And of course, listeners, as always, I'll have a direct link so you can, take the little short questionnaire and then order your vitamins, your VU vitamins. So, of course, Dr. Arielle and Dr. Rami, thank you so much again for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Like this show and want to make your own? Let me tell you about Anchor. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Now you can even add any song from Spotify directly to your episode. The possibilities are endless for what you can create, whether it's music analysis, your own radio show, or something the world's never heard before. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Well, I hope you enjoyed my conversation with Dr. Arielle and Dr. Rami. And I hope that you will check out their website. And as I shared several times throughout the interview, I have been taking those vitamins and I truly have seen a change in my body. I love the questionnaire because the questionnaire about whether I was postmenopausal, perimenopausal, menopausal, how many times a day do I have dairy? Do I do vegetables? And I felt like I was able to give an honest answer because I knew the answers to those questions. And therefore, there was a vitamin that was created specifically for me. And I see the change. So please check out their website. But now it's time to transition to Taylor's Tip time. And I'm going to kind of piggyback off of the conversation and just talk about the planning part of how to be healthy. And number one, you need to set aside time weekly to plan your health for the coming week because your schedules change. So you need to, one, make sure you plan time to shop, make sure for your meals, then your food. Then the next thing you need to also plan time to do some meal prep. I do my meal prep on Saturday, which is great because then Sunday I get to rest, which is part of the planning as well. I have a day where I don't really do anything. I do attend virtual services, but other than that, I catch up on maybe some phone calls, but I don't do any work. I don't have to do any cooking. I can just relax. And of course, you got to plan time for that exercise. So in order to live that healthy lifestyle, again, make sure you sit down weekly and say, okay, today, next week, because maybe you may be doing some projects at work or, you have to get involved a little bit more, some projects with the kids, how you can plan your shopping, your food shopping, how you can plan your meal prep, how you can incorporate exercise, and how you can incorporate rest. Well, have you been working on getting organized and feel that you need someone to guide you from start to finish by providing you with details needed to clear the clutter and get organized? Then let's talk so I can share how you can get back on track and get organized with my virtual sessions. All you have to do is go to my website and go to janetmtaylor.com, click the contact page, and schedule a free 15-minute session. That's it. And we can talk about your project and see how I can assist. give you a few pointers to help you get started and see how we can work together. And of course, I have reduced the cost of my 30 and 60-minute sessions because sometimes it doesn't even take that long for me to provide you with a solution to your organizing dilemma. So be sure to check that out. And then, of course, there's the strategize and then there's the organize. Because if you're feeling overwhelmed with your time and your to-do list, and just feeling like you can't manage it all, then let me help you, because I work with clients so they can get things done without feeling stressed or feeling burnt out. So make sure you check that out as well, and help you create a life so you can have time to do all the things you want to do without feeling overwhelmed. So make sure you click the link in the show page. Of course, I want to thank you so much for following me on social media, for your likes, your retweets, for your sharing. Continue to follow me on all my social media, and also make sure you check out my Pinterest page. And I have a board specifically for staying fit and healthy, so check that out as well. Well, do you know what time it is? I can hear you right now. You're probably saying, Toss It Tuesday, Toss It Tuesday. So I want you this Toss It Tuesday to go in that medicine cabinet and get rid of stuff that's expired. We're in a new year, we're in a new season. So take some time and just get rid of not only the stuff that's expired, but maybe you purchased some lotion, moisturizer, shampoo, and decided it just wasn't for you. Then take time and just get rid of that as well. My app suggestion for the week is Nutrients, which was formerly known as Foodle, and it is a cost for $4.99. But it offers a comprehensive nutritional information at your fingertips. Find facts fast on tens of thousands of foods, including your own recipes. Plus, the apps let you track your own meals, and it supplies a complete breakdown of your daily nutrition so you can make adjustments as needed. So check that out. My product suggestion for this week is Lazy Susans, because maybe you are taking vitamins, you're taking supplements, and that's a great way to organize them in a cabinet, in a kitchen cabinet. And then you can just just spin that Lazy Susie and grab what you need when you need it. And of course, my repurpose suggestion for this week is, I saw one where somebody took those cute little Tic Tac containers and actually they put there's little supplements in there. So, maybe you have to go out the house early in one morning and you just, want to maybe put something in your stomach before you take your vitamins and supplements, and you'll have them in a nice little container. So check that out. And of course, my book selection for this week is Medical Medium Life. Changing Foods. Save yourself and the ones you love with the hidden healing powers of fruits and vegetables. Again, Medical Medium Life. Changing Foods. Save yourself and the ones you love with the hidden healing powers of fruits and vegetables. And my quote for this week is, healthy is an outfit that looks different on everyone. I'm going to repeat that. Healthy is an outfit that looks different on everyone. Well, of course, I want to thank you for listening, and be sure to share this podcast with your family, your friends, and on your social media network. And please visit my website at www.janetmtaylor.com. And until next time, I want you to have a clutter-free day. And most of all, have an organized week. Organization is the quintessential element of a clutter-free life. Join me as we take this journey together. Along the way, we will find the necessary answers to your organizing dilemma. My name is Janet M. Taylor, and you were tuned in to Got Clutter, Get Organized.